Welcome to We Talk Spanglish with your host, Manefta. Welcome to We Talk Spanglish. This is episode 2. And today I want to talk about the questions that I have been holding on to and harboring. So many questions that you guys DM me and so many times that I want to answer everyone at the same time. And I just can't because there's a lot of you fuckers. So with that being said, it takes a little bit longer for me to get back to everyone. And even though I try to get back to everyone, it's still really hard work. I want to come in today to answer all of the questions that I get. I picked the top questions that I receive from all of you guys, the most questions that I get. And I mean, you wouldn't believe the things that you guys ask me. So my number one question is, are you a realtor? No, I am not a realtor. Then it says, will you ever become a realtor? No, I will never become a realtor. I think that I would get banned from the realtor board very quickly. Shit would go left extremely fast. Do you live in Miami? No, I no longer reside in Miami. I have been living now here in Tampa. We just made 3 years in December. The second question that follows after that is, will you ever move back to Miami? And I think that's a really good question because in spite of me leaving and moving out of town and, people always aspire to want to come back home to their roots or to their neighborhood or to where their family is, because all of my family is still in Miami. So for me, it was always something that I wanted to basically die as a Miami resident. And now that I moved, I feel like that's all changed. Like, we all want to go and move somewhere else. Like, at this point, we know that when Tampa gets really full, because it's getting full, we're going to go. We're going to pack our shit and pick a new destination. And I feel like that's okay now that we did that first jump and first move. I will always, forever love Miami, and it will always be in my heart. But I feel like Miami has changed very much, and that makes a big difference as to why I won't go back. I will always go back to visit. You guys know I'm always there. I'm literally every other weekend in Miami. And I will probably continue to do that because I have to. Okay, let's see the next question. Can you sell my home? Oh my God. Everybody wants me to sell their house. Why would you want me to shit talk your house, first of all? I don't understand that. Why would you want me to be like, hey, your fucking house is a piece of shit? I've had people be like, hey, I'm going to show you my house before I post it on Zillow. I'm like, no, I don't want to see it. I really don't want to see it. But they insist. They insist. And I've looked at them before, but no, I unfortunately, I can't sell a home because I am not a licensed realtor in the state of Florida. So I cannot sell your home. Okay. Can you please adopt me? Oh my God. The fact that, okay, first of all, there's people that send me messages and they're like, you're fucking crazy. And then I'm like, but wait, you follow me. So like, who's really crazy? You know what I'm saying? Like, who's the real crazy bitch here? We all know it's me. But any hooser, I know for a fact that if I had the means possible to adopt now all 35,000 of you, I would more than gladly adopt all of you and live in this huge commune and love each other and have great times and great sessions and just have like a really badass village of children of the corn. That would be like a really, really awesome dream of mine. But we're dreaming, we're dreaming. Next question. Does Callie hate Herbie? Genuinely? No, he actually loves Herbie, and it's very toxic. It's a very toxic relationship, and they will forever have a very toxic relationship, but they love and adore each other. So Herbie will walk him a million times when he's here, and he will make sure to annoy the fuck out of Herbie when Herbie's home. Like, for example, today, right? he was walked in the morning and he has not, it's 6:30. I had to force him to go outside and pee because he was laying in bed all day doing nothing. Absolutely nothing. And I know that when I come back in another life, I want to be Callie. Not just any dog, but I want to be Callie. So like I want to adopt myself in my future, unforeseen life. How many kids do you have? I have 3. My oldest daughter is 19 years old. My second daughter is 14 and my son is 12 and he's going to be 13. So I have 3 children, one of whom is an adult. How long have you and Herbie been together? This 420, we make 22 years. Okay, I shit you not. We were in the middle of filming this and somebody tapped on the back fucking window of the house, or so it sounded. And after Hurricane Milton, a bunch of like solicitors, because I live in a gated community, have been sneaking in. And they come in and obviously we're not used to getting knocks, random knocks like that from the front door. When it's Amazon, they come in through the key and they leave the package and go. So this guy has scared the fucking dog shit out of us. Like the dog is barking. We're in the middle of filming. The house is quiet. What the fuck? So, okay, I'm sorry. We are back. So I left off where me and Herbie made 22 years. Do you regret leaving the 305? No, I don't regret it. And there's so many reasons why I don't regret it. I know for a fact that there are things that I will forever miss. I will forever miss la ventanita. I will forever miss a croquetica on every corner. I will forever miss someone saying croquetica in every corner or croquetica party size. There are lingos and slangs that I will forever be so humbled when I come home. When I come to Miami, it just reminds me of all the things that I missed. And that makes it just so much better to come back home. I will say, I don't know if you've heard that little audio that says, I think I like this little life. Well, I can relate to that more than a lot of people, or actually a lot of people. I never thought that I was in this Miami bubble until I got out of it. And I love Tampa. I genuinely have grown to love Tampa so much that I find it hard parting ways with Tampa and where our next move is going to be. Because eventually we are going to move. Like maybe it's 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. Because the kids are in school and all of that, I don't want to just pick anywhere and move. But if I didn't have that situation or scenario with the kids, then I would pick up and definitely go wherever I want to go. And that would probably be out of the United States for sure. What made you start creating content? I started, it was an accident. I know I've talked about this before, and this is a new platform for me to talk about it on. I'm hoping that this is something that we can create and continue to make more future podcasts. I think this is so fun, and I get to interact with you guys. You guys can interact with me in the comments on YouTube. You can also listen in on Spotify. You can listen in with Apple Music or Apple Podcast. And I just feel like I have more ways of connecting with my children of the corn, and that makes me so happy. And I don't think that it's about regret or going back. It's about moving forward and making different changes in your life and being really scared to do really weird shit. Like if you see my living room right now, you would think I'm in this crazy, awesome studio that I created in my house for you fuckers. Because you guys were like, do the podcast. It is so hard to do this shit. Do not let anybody fucking tell you that starting a podcast is easy, because they are lying to you. And there's so many components that go into this. And I'm sorry if this is not perfect, because I'm doing this by myself. And I have invested time and money and, my hard sweat, blood, tears in this editing job. I fucking hate editing. And editing a sound apart from an audio, a video, oh my God. That shit is hard. So if you want to do this, and you're thinking about starting a podcast, I feel like there's room for everyone for here in this platform and any platform. I feel like there's so much room for everyone to grow. I feel like if you are uncomfortable in front of a camera, record yourself plenty of times where it becomes normal and you don't feel uncomfortable. And that's probably the best advice that I can give you. I feel like if you want to start a podcast, start a podcast. Yeah, you're going to struggle. It's going to be a mission. But start the podcast. Do it. You only live one life. So who gives a shit if I'm in front of a camera and I have a turkey neck? I lost so much weight, which is my next question. Did you take Ozempic? You motherfuckers are ruthless, brah. Like, listen, I did not take Ozempic. I started my weight loss journey about 2 years ago. We were living in Tampa for, I want to say, like 6 months, right? Like 6 months we were living here, and I was like, you know what? I keep seeing myself on these videos, and I love myself. Even though I look like a burnt chicken nugget, I still love myself. And I did love myself, but I was uncomfortable, and I was at my fucking fattest. I was a fat turd. 253 Whopperoonies. But I started doing it little by little. I cut out sugar. I cut out, sodas and carbs. So much carbs. I never starved a day, I promise. And throughout my journey to this date, not only just keeping the weight off, because keeping the weight off is harder than losing the weight. And I know it sounds cliche, don't fucking come for me, but it's the truth. So I have been able to lose 80 pounds almost. I weigh 176 now, according to my mother's weight. I need to go to Publix though, because I don't trust Bella's weight. But I was weighing 253, 254, and I was pushing that 255. And I decided to change the way that I ate and to fast. And then I incorporated fasting, and I never ever used any weight loss pills, any Ozempic. I am so blessed and thankful that I put in the hard work and that I didn't need to take it, because there's a lot of people who put in the hard work and they get no results. And that is probably the most discouraging thing that you can encounter when you're trying to lose weight. And then after you lose weight, there's so many other things that happen, especially to me as well. Like, you have like extra skin, and like your boobs aren't as perky as they were before. And I've been very open about this before, and I am looking into having surgery for a lot of reasons. I want to do my boobs. I want to put them back where they belong, because I fed 3 kids with two, because I did not breastfeed Faithlin. I was not age appropriate, I want to say. I was like very young for that. And I didn't want to breastfeed her, so I didn't. Fine, no problem. But these 2 other motherfuckers, yes, I did breastfeed. And I deserve perky boobs, because we only live one life. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to look into that. And I did have a hernia, and I did a mesh repair. I think Gavin was like maybe a year and a half, almost 2. And they did that. And they were like, you only can put the mesh. I wasn't ready to do a tummy tuck. I hadn't lost any of the weight, especially after having a baby. So I opted to wait and do the mesh. Do not do the fucking mesh. That was the worst mistake I ever made. I wish I never got the mesh. Now to even have a tummy tuck and, to have the skin reduction and to have the whole, sculpted BBL for the Mama Dukes is going to take another physician to be there, which is a I think it's a general surgeon. I need to have a general surgeon, and I need to have the actual surgeon that's going to do the plastic surgery in order to remove the skin and remove the mesh separately. Not on 2 separate occasions, but at the same time. to different doctors. So that's fun. That's going to cost me more. Thanks, guys. You fucked me even more. And by the way, the hernia came back 3 months later and it came out right in the same spot. And I just have like this band-aid there. Like it's really tight when I bloat and it's fucking obnoxious. So yeah, that's that. I did not take Ozempic, but if you need to take Ozempic or Manjaro, I really truly think that it is something that you should look into and it is something that you should talk to your doctor about, because if you're uncomfortable and you want to lose weight and you're putting in the hard work and it's not working for you and you need help, there's nothing wrong with asking for help. And if you're fat and you're comfortable, then don't fucking take shit because you're happy and you don't need to take nothing. So, yeah. Any hooser. Moving on to the next question. Do you and Herbie want to have any more kids? I mean, what the fuck? I have an adult. Me and Herbie love children, and we've always been like the couple who always had a lot of other children with us, and we're totally fine with that. We are the safe house. We just had this conversation the other day, and yeah, today actually, and I had it the other day with Faithlin. Faithlin told me something that made me such a proud mama, because she was like, you know, Mom, I really appreciate that, like, you and Dad don't hover me and, like, you let me, like, make mistakes and you give me advice. And when I mess up, you're there for me and you don't abandon me. And, you know, thank you for not being, like, a helicopter mom and letting me, like, have life experiences. And she literally told me that. And I was like, oh, my God. It's like, is that my daughter? I was shocked and proud and humbled. And it just, you know, to hear your kid telling you that you're doing a good job, there is no better reward. I mean, to me, there is no better reward. But today we were talking about that very thing, how my house, for a lot of my kids' friends, and a lot of my family members and nieces and nephews and cousins, and my house was the safe house, the snack house, the slumber party house. I would take like 5 and 10 kids with me to the fair. I would take all of them to Disney. It just was something that it never bothered me. Like, I would get all the kids and, like, literally by age, I would put everyone to work. Like, this is your job. This is your job. That's your job. You watch her. And it was, like, perfect. I would go to BJ's with these kids. I would go everywhere with these kids. People would look at me like, look at this young girl with all these kids. They probably thought they were all my fucking kids. And they probably do still think that they are my kids. But you can come to my house and you are more than welcome to eat what's in the pantry. I will share my snacks with you, which you guys know that when I find a tasty little treat, even though I know you motherfuckers are going to leave me without being able to return to the store and purchasing it again because you're fucking crazy. But, you know, I appreciate that you guys take my recommendations and that you're like, damn, she's a real one. She's a real bitch. She's not going to fucking sell us out for L'Oreal. Don't worry, I'm not selling you out for L'Oreal. But, I mean, at the end of the day, them telling me that I am their safe place is just couldn't be farther from the most amazing feeling. And that their friends tell me that, like, this is the mom, your house is the safe house. Like, my house is the safe house. That makes me happy. That makes me proud. And I do not want any more children, but I am open to future grandchildren. Maybe when my daughter has been, you know, settled down and all that for a couple of years, me and Herbie are dying for grandchildren. We are going to have baby children of the corn, and that's gonna be a whole new chapter, and that's gonna be fun. I'm ready to embrace these new chapters in my life. Let me see what other questions I have here. Okay. Do you see yourself doing a 90-day pillow talk show hosting? So I guess what they're trying to ask me is, a lot of you guys know I'm obsessed with 90 Day Fiance. Obviously, we all know I fucking love that shit. And they have a segment where it's like pillow talk, and they come and they talk and they watch the actual like episodes. They watch the episodes together, and then from there they start talking, and they can, like, they're just watching it like the same way you guys watch me react when I film myself. It's kind of like that. And I really do think that it would be great, TLC, if you put me on Pillow Talk. I would love that. I think that being a talk show host would be everything. My role model for a talk show host is Andy Cohen. Andy, I love you. You are amazing. You have the most amazing show. It is hilarious, and you're hilarious. And that's what I would like to do. I would like to shoot the shit with cool people, and I want to invite people on the podcast so that we can talk about different things and about Spanglish and how we speak both Spanish and English and cultural things. And you guys can pick topics. And I feel like this is such a great way to interact with you guys off of Instagram or just seeing me for a real estate video. And I think that's pretty cool. Another question that I get is, how tall are you? I'm 5'3". Do not. She's laughing. I'm 5'3". It says it on my license. And not only does it say it on my license, but yeah, I'm 5'3". And a lot of you guys think that I'm taller. A lot of my pictures are in 0.5, so that's why that happens. Okay, next question. Do you make money off your links? Yes, it depends on the link. The amount of money that I make is probably the sad part. And if you're a content creator and you're watching this, please comment down below and let these people know how hard we work for 0.00003% of everything that we market. But I will always market things that I like, that I actually use, that work for me, that I know are 10 out of 10 chef's kiss. Because I feel like if I'm spending the money on it already, why would I lie to you guys and be like, oh, this is such a great thing, and I just fucking spent $50 on it like a loser. So I'm going to make everyone else go out and buy it like a loser. Even if they send it to me and I don't like it, I will send it back and let them know that I cannot collaborate with them. I will not collaborate with them because it doesn't meet my standards. It doesn't meet what I expected. And that might sound mean, but I have learned the hard way. And, you know, you can't just work with any company. You have to work with companies that are your core values, that, you know, you actually support in real life, because it's evident. I feel like when you see these other creators and every single thing that they try is great. Exactly. So we know, like, we fucking know. And I don't know, I just feel like I want to keep it real with you guys forever. And that is just the person that I am. So if you guys love me for who I am and I'm keeping it real, then what the fuck would I want to change about that? Absolutely fucking nothing. So yeah, that's that. Next question. You guys asked me some funny ass shit. Okay. Would you ever would you ever have a OnlyFans page? There's so many different ways to have an OnlyFans. I feel like OnlyFans has been triple X'd because that's kind of the first flow of people that started using OnlyFans. However, I will say, as a joke, we all started saying that I should start a feet finder, and it was so funny because when I actually looked up the website and signed up, it was like, I think like $12 for the whole year. And we ended up, I mean, I swear it's the funniest shit ever. And I posted pictures and I posted my feet. And two people, I think it was three people, fuck you. I sold 3 feet pics. And that is hilarious. But it was just a joke. I know that people really make money off of that. And chef's kiss, if you guys want to do OnlyFans, you want to do, whatever you feel like you're talented at, wherever your forte is, baby, then, do what you got to do, girl. Ain't nobody trying to knock your hustle. But I will stick to my funny videos about shitty ass houses. And I want to continue to do this podcast. I feel like this podcast is going to be my little mini host show. And I want to be the host of the show for my Children of the Corn. This is going to be the Children of the Corn's safe podcast. Instead of the safe house, it's the safe podcast. Say it with me together. The safe podcast. You can say whatever the fuck you want. So I really am looking forward to a lot more interactions with you guys. I love this. I love that we were able to interact through questions that you guys have sent me throughout this whole time that I've been 2 years. I have been putting off this podcast 2 years. Yeah, I said it again. So bad. But here I am. I'm doing it now. And I'm proud of myself. And I hope that you guys are proud of me too. I have put so much hard work into this. I mean, I have cried. I have screamed. I have yelled at a couple children. Yes. Oh, I got snappy. And here we are. And I'm very proud of myself. And I hope you guys are proud of me too. And until the next time, you guys, I will see you later. I love you. Muchos besitos. And keep talking Spanglish, bitches.